Due to technical difficulties, this episode may not be up to the quality that you guys are used to, but it's still a dope episode. We appreciate you tuning in. Hey, this is just a one-off. We tried something different with some remote recording. Hey, but it's still a dope episode. So here it is, episode 12. Check it out.
I like sports and that's it.
Yo, it's the one and only Lise.
And it's your girl Vels, aka Velly Vel, if that's what you want to call me.
And together we are Loc'd N Sports. Yo, episode 12.
Yeah, we back. We back with episode 12, episode 12.
And it's a very special episode, Vels.
As all of them are, but like Lee said, this is a very special episode. Got a special guest on the show with us tonight.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But before we kind of jump right all into it, you know how we do. I need to know how you been. It ain't been that long, but it's been, a little long enough. How you been this week, Bill?
You know what? I've been good. It's cool. Like last time we caught up, same old, just working, coaching, softball season moving right along. Actually just came off spring break. I had a very chill spring break, didn't do much. I actually did grown-up stuff. I did things like go grocery shopping. I also did laundry at home.
Yeah.
We'll get into this later, but March Madness started during spring break. So, of course, I was locked in on the games the entire weekend, Thursday through Sunday. So my spring break was real chill. But other than that, that was it for me. What's up? What's been up with you?
Well, I didn't have the pleasure of having a spring break. Some of us have to go to work 7 days a week or 5. So I didn't get a chance to have a spring break, although I missed those. I did actually have a good week, a very productive week. With work went by pretty good. We're moving over to Windows 11, so I've been learning how to transition computers over from Windows 10 to Windows 11.
Okay,
so it was pretty productive. Went to a friend's baby shower. She's about to welcome in a beautiful baby girl coming in May, so that was fun. What else did I do? Saturday I went to an adult arcade called Free Play. Shout out to Free Play. It was dope. What you do is you pay your little cover, and then you can play all the games that you want to play for free. So definitely enjoyed that.
That sounds cool.
So I mean, a little razzle dazzle, but nothing too much.
Well, that was our little catch up. You know what I'm saying? And hey, now it's time to get into the real deal and introduce our guest, our special guest.
Oh man, definitely a very, very, very special guest, man. I mean, this guy has been showing us love literally from day one, like literally. I mean, he invited us on his platform to come and talk our ish and just been hella supportive. And it was only right, that we bring him on so he can come on here and talk that ish with us and just show the love back. If y'all don't know who I'm talking about, man, I'm talking about a guy that, like I said, just really been holding us down. Our Baltimore brethren, okay, the host and owner of My Thoughts, My Opinion Sports Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Our boy, Dev. Let's get a Loc'd N Sports welcome to our boy, Dev. Let's clap it up for our boys. What up, Dev?
Yo, what's happening? Yo, my favorite ladies. This is what I'm talking about, man. I've been waiting to get on y'all show to talk my ish.
Oh man, and we glad we was finally able to do it. You know what I mean? Get everything set up, and that way we can go and connect with you. And we're gonna give you a hard time.
Oh, I'm gonna give y'all a hard time back. That's when we start talking about them Cowboys. Oh,
okay. Then you already started off on the wrong foot.
Hey. Sometimes you guys start off on the wrong foot to get to the right one.
Oh, okay.
That part.
Okay, now.
Well, yeah, welcome to the show, Deb. We happy to have you on. So we're just gonna kind of go ahead and get into it. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself. Give us a little bit of your little bio.
Yeah, let folks know.
Man, as y'all already said, man, kid from Baltimore. As you know, I don't put the T in the Baltimore. It's us Baltimoreans straight spell it with a D, not a T. But no, straight out of West Baltimore. You feel me? Just just a kid trying to live his life, trying to live his dream. Was a sports junkie always. Started off playing Pop Warner football, and once I started playing football, that was my first love right there. It was just the contact, the equipment, the workouts. It was everything about football.
Yeah.
So that carried on to high school, was where, man, I thought I was the one. Like, I swear, like, once I stepped on that high school platform, man, it was a different field, and I really fell in love with football. Now,
Yeah.
well, I played both sports, played basketball and football, because in the hood you can't just play one sport. You know what I mean? You
Right.
gotta be able to play multiple sports.
Yep.
So I dabbled in the basketball a little bit. I was just more of a dribbler more than anything.
Okay.
But once I got in high school, things developed for me. I got started getting recognitions and started getting looks. Colleges started looking at me, especially in my sophomore year. Sophomore year, I had West Virginia, I had UCLA.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had some local schools like Bowie State University.
Yeah.
But
That's
my main school,
HBCU, right?
yes, ma'am.
Hey.
I had Morgan State looking at me. That's another
Hey.
HBCU. So
Hey.
like I said, I had a little buzz for myself, but it was my junior year where really the buzz kind of stopped. I dislocated my shoulder, and a lot of those scholarships started dwindling away. And what really broke my heart was West Virginia, because since I couldn't get to the U, West Virginia was like my second choice of schools. And when they took their scholarship away, man, I was hurt. I was hurt, but I wound up going to Bowie State for 1 year. I played football down there. It was cool. It was a different experience. I can tell you right now, that college level was a beast. It wasn't for the weak. It was not for the weak, man. Them 2 days, getting up 5 a.m., going straight to the weight room straight after practice. It was a monster. So
it's tough to be a college athlete, a college student athlete. A lot of kids don't know that. Like, you got to really put in that work and that grind.
Hell yeah, you gotta keep up with grades and everything.
You got to be mentally prepared, not just physically. If you're not mentally prepared, man, I'm trying to tell you, you have to discipline yourself. And me being a young guy from the city, there was no discipline in me. Late to going to classes. I wound up failing myself off the team, honestly, man. It's like making the dean list was not the goal of that dean list I wanted to make. I can tell you that right now. But I wound up playing 1 year semi-pro, which was cool. I can tell you right now, man, there was a bunch of grown men that I believe that missed their opportunity.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was so much talent in the semi-pro leagues. It was just like unbelievable. This from guys from all over the place. I had played against a guy that was from Texas, and he been playing football pretty much all his life. And he said once he made it out of Texas, he pretty much got lost. He didn't know where to go, how to survive out here, and try to look for any opportunities. But he came to Maryland and found the opportunity. Don't know where he led up after that, but he was for the strong. I can tell you that.
Yeah. Shoot.
Well, that's one of those, when it don't work out for you, you may have all the talent in high school and, you make it to college, things just don't work out for some kids, but, that didn't stop you. It didn't stop you from, getting out there grinding, taking care of business and getting to where you are today. And, since we're on a sports podcast and, gonna go ahead and, bring up that. So how did you get, my thoughts, my opinion started? Like what caused you, what motivated you, what prompted you to start your sports podcast?
My wife, she gave me the idea.
Okay.
She got tired of me and my friends just talking on the phone, just sports talk all day long.
Yeah.
Just I'm tired of hearing y'all keep talking about this and this. Let's start a podcast. Start a podcast. Like, man, nobody gonna listen to me. Get out of here. Nah, I'm good. So she just kept drilling it in my head, like, you should start it. You should do it. You should do it. And I was like, all right. So she was like, come up with a title. And once you come up with a title, everything is going to be easy. So y'all about to be the first people that I let know this. My thoughts, my opinion was not supposed to be just me. I was searching to be how y'all was. A co-host was looking for a duo. I had asked 10 people, and all 10 people told me no. Wow. They was like, nah, I don't want to do it. Nah, I don't think I got the time. Nah, I don't really see your vision. I respectfully decline. Stuff like that. It was like, all right, cool. So then I was like, damn, nobody don't want to do it with me. Nobody don't want to hear my thoughts and my opinion. So my wife was like, that's your title right there. There you go. I was like, all right, cool. Let's run with it. So I settled on the name for about a year. Settled on the name for about a year, and then I was like, let me take it serious. Let me really just record. So one day I just hit record on my phone, and I just started just blabbing. Then that blabbing just kind of like, I like it. Let me do it again. Let me do it again. And it just got addictive. And I was like, all right, let me really take it serious. Let me start creating these platforms. Let me create an IG. Let me create a Facebook. Let me create a Twitter. Then once I created that, then I was like, all right, well, let me start talking to people. Let me see how, let me figure out where I'm doing this wrong and how you start your podcast and why. And I just kept going. It just kept getting addictive. I was like, all right, I'm going to just keep building. Then, boom. It's just like now, almost 2 years later, this upcoming August.
Man, that's dope. And you just celebrated your 100th episode. Like, let's give a shout out to that. Can we do that? Can we clap it up for Devin this 100th episode on My Thoughts, My Opinions Sports Podcast? I mean, that's not easy to do.
No,
you know what I'm saying? And you conquered that. You climbed that mountain.
It was not. And I had set a goal for myself because, like I said, at first I was going to stay audio. But everybody was like, man, you got to do something big for your 100th. You just can't just do what you normally been doing. So originally, I wasn't going to drop my intro music into my 100th episode. But I just got tired of starting a podcast without an intro music. I was like, nah, I'm going to just go ahead and introduce the intro music. And I'm going to create another one, which I'm in the works. So y'all got exclusive detail on that. I am in the works of creating a new intro.
Man, drop them bombs, whoa.
Hey, we get a lot of exclusives from My Thoughts, My Opinion.
I know that's right. Look,
yeah. I told y'all my favorites, man. I got to let y'all know what it is.
All right, well, we appreciate it.
We definitely
So,
do.
yeah, then everybody was just like, you should just go visual. You should just go on YouTube, cross that platform. I think that's where your strength would be. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna set that as a goal for my 100th thought. I'm gonna just go on YouTube. We're gonna see how that plays out, and boom, it was like it just kept creeping, and then finally it hit. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna actually do it. So I went and grabbed everything that I felt like I needed for that 100th episode, and I'm trying to tell you that was, as far as editing, like I give it up to y'all editor. Like, oh my god, yo, oh man. I don't know how she does it, and my head is tipped off to her. But man, that was the most headache part. Like I said, it took me about 2 takes to record that episode because I was so amped and so pumped to do it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get it right on this one. But when I had messed up on the intro of it, I was like, oh, I got it. Here's the home run hitter now, and it happened.
Yo,
that's dope.
Hey, Dev, hats off to you. You were killing shit. You're doing a damn thing, and sometimes you gotta walk that journey by yourself. And hey, sometimes it's a pot of gold at the end of that rainbow. You hear me?
And that's how I'm looking at it. Everybody that turn, like I said, I'm not a revengeful guy. I'm not gonna say hi, I told you so, but I am gonna respectfully be like, you should have got on the bus when I told you we was gonna pull off at the station. But
Yep.
like no love lost, no hurt feelings. Now it's all about MTMO. It's just my.
Period.
Understood. So you got your sports podcast. You've been in the sports. Pretty much grew up in sports. So I gotta ask. I know, but everybody else don't know. But who are your favorite sports teams?
Oh, you already know when it comes to the football, we're gonna keep it to the 410. We're gonna stay hometown. The Ravens is most definitely it. And I dabble into a little bit of MLB. That stays hometown too. I'm Oreo.
Okay.
When it comes to NBA, I'm sorry, Lise. Got some Vels on this one. I'm a Lakers fan.
Hey. Hey, but you know what? We gonna get into the NBA talk for sure.
Now y'all trying to gang bang on me, man. See, y'all gonna try to jump me.
Look, y'all gonna jump me? So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Hey, we gonna hold it down. But look, so you like the Ravens, you like the Orioles, and then you like them Lakers. But it's cool. It's cool. I ain't gonna hold it against you.
Ouch. Hey. You sound like you heard about it.
She is. She a little hurt. They lost tonight. She a little hurt. But we, you know what? We gonna stick to the script. And since you brought up the Baltimore Ravens, since you a hometown, Baltimore Ravens fan, we gonna go ahead and jump on into the NFL.
Right. So B, drop that B.
Yes, sir. All right, so what I'm saying, since you brought the Baltimore Ravens up, go ahead and elaborate a little bit. It's a lot going on in the off season with your team and actually with your quarterback who has not played, who didn't play in 6 straight games, including the playoffs. Let's go ahead and touch on a little bit of that. What's your opinions on that?
Yeah, what's going on with Lamar, man?
Man, so far it ain't nothing going on with him. We ain't signing this deal. I don't understand why we not signing this deal. Now y'all about to make me pour my feelings out. Please, this feel like I'm on an Oprah show or something.
Hey, but you know what? Dev, no judgment. Hey, you can let it all out here. You can vent here. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Matter of fact, let me get my Kleenex right now, man. Let me get it right now. But no, on a serious tip, it's a little bit frustrating because I've been saying this over and over and over again. We should have been signed Lamar 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Once he won that MVP, that was been a solidified stamp. Like boom, that's our guy. That's our guy that actually drive that offense better than anybody expected. Everybody expected it to be like a Colin Kaepernick. He really can't pass. It's all about the run game. Lamar had did a lot in that passing, with the non-weapons he had. Don't get me wrong. Mark Andrews is a solidified top tight end in the league. Top 3 in my opinion. But when you don't have no wide receiver and you still win MVP, you still can lead these guys into a playoff race. You still show that I'm the reason why you change your whole offense identity. That shows me that you are willing to pay the money. That's showing me that anything that I ask for, I should kind of get. Now, like I said this before, and 1,000 times I didn't said it. Deshaun Watson changed the game. I totally understand that.
He did.
But the Cleveland Browns only did that out of desperation. They was like, we need to do something. We got to do something real quick, and we'll do anything to have Deshaun Watson. And they did anything to get that man. But also now
to get rid of Baker. And to get rid of Baker Mayfield.
Yep. Right. But now this year Deshaun Watson restructured his contract so he can get help down up in Cleveland. It's just not going to be this Amari Cooper now. You see, they just traded and got Elijah Moore from the Jets off of a third-round pick.
Oh, shoot.
So you already know that these guys are trying to at least win the division or stay competitive in the division. So I think Lamar should most definitely get what he wants, but he also got to think that obviously for you to actually win that Super Bowl, you got to get help. So that means you got to leave a little bit of change on that table for some help.
Let me ask you this, because we had discussed this on our last episode about Lamar wanting a fully guaranteed contract. Are you cool with that? Like, or do you think that's selfish? What's your thoughts on him allegedly? I say allegedly wanting a fully guaranteed contract.
Yeah, why not? If the Minnesota Vikings could give Kirk Cousins a fully guaranteed contract, and Kirk Cousins haven't did nothing. All he did was just bet on himself, which every man should do. You should if you feel like you a top tier whatever position in the league, you should automatically bet on yourself. Now, Kirk Cousins wasn't no top tier quarterback, but the Redskins didn't have no other options once RG3 went down. So you had to look at Kirk Cousins as a top tier quarterback during that time. But the Redskins was like, nah, you know what? Somebody else will come along sooner or later. So go ahead, guy. Go on ahead. Go get your money. I guarantee you won't win a Super Bowl though. And now look at Kirk Cousins.
So far, it's panning out true.
But I think Lamar should most definitely get a fully guaranteed contract. But like I said, you got to leave some money.
Though, Dev? At what cost? Should he get Pat Mahomes type money or
no? Because Pat Mahomes got 2 chips underneath of him now, so you really can't give him that type of money. But you got to also think it's 2 rising, maybe 3 rising quarterbacks that's up for a contract coming soon. Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
You don't want to wait too long to see how much Joe Burrow is going to get, because he went to the Super Bowl just in his second year in the offense.
Yeah.
So he's going to get a couple dollars, and Cincinnati believes in Joe Burrow. The Chargers, they believe in Justin Herbert a little bit. Now, since they got a new offensive coordinator, if Justin Herbert can at least win that division or come close to winning that division, Justin Herbert's going to get a big contract.
I agree. Can I pitch you off for a second?
What's up?
Where did that new offensive coordinator come from?
Anywho, and see, now I'm about to go ahead and throw another shot. That's the same. If he does good in the Chargers, what that means for Dak then? All right. That means Dak ain't your guy.
Dak tough. Dak just got a new tattoo today, so we good. Like
he got that fully leg.
Yeah. He got a leg sleeve today. We good. Dak gonna be all right.
Bells. No, we not going to let these light skinned guys just walk away with this. Just because he got a tattoo doesn't mean he's tough or he's good.
No, I'm fooling.
I'm ready to say that guy ain't no good. You know what? We ain't gonna get started on him because
we ain't even talking about the Cowboys. We Baltimore Ravens.
But anywho, I just think the Ravens, both sides, just need to just come to a neutral agreement.
Yeah.
Point blank. Period. You know what I mean? Don't try to go for the kill. You know what I mean? And Lamar, most definitely, you gotta sit here and think what type of contract are you looking for. Once you get that contract, what type of help are you looking for now?
Right. Because if they give him all the money, you can't pay nobody else, so you just be the highest paid quarterback. Ain't winning. So I totally agree. I just think everybody can come to, like you said, a mutual understanding. Go on and get this done. I still want to see Lamar Jackson in Baltimore. I think I mean, I ain't out there, but I feel like he embraces the city. Don't you think?
Oh, most definitely. Everybody has a number 8 jersey, whether it's real or not. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everybody has an LJ, and I most definitely wants to see him stay and finish his career here. I
Yeah.
think we have the tools to give him. I think the city is most definitely behind him at a
Mhm.
certain point. Now, us fans are a little frustrated that the contract and the deal is not done, but other than that, we all support him. We all ride with him.
Well, so that okay, we got you, Dev. Like we said, Dev is a a hardcore Baltimore Ravens fan. Fortunately, we don't know what's
No,
going on. No, I wasn't saying unfortunately to you being a Baltimore Ravens fan.
nah,
No. Wait,
nah.
let me finish.
Wait, let me finish.
Wait, I was saying unfortunately, we just don't know what's going on, with Lamar,
Right.
and where he's
Right.
going to end up being at. But besides that,
There's been a lot of
So
movement.
okay, so let me ask you this though. One more question, and then we got to move on from this. Um,
Okay.
if Lamar does decide to sign with another team, are you still rooting for your Ravens?
Of course. One player don't
Mm.
make a team. I
Right.
can
Okay,
look.
Hey.
You know how many different quarterbacks? Let me give y'all a quick quarterback list that we had down here.
all
We
right.
had
Go
John
ahead, Joe
Harbaugh.
Flacco.
We had We had Eric Zaya. We had Benny Testaverde. We had Elvis Gerback, Tony Banks, Tony Dilfer, Kyle Bowler, um, Steve McNair, um,
Ooh, y'all didn't y'all?
Joe Flacco,
Yeah.
Troy Smith,
Mhm.
Tyrod Taylor.
Oh yeah, I remember Tyrod Stanton.
List the. We had so many different quarterbacks that if I haven't changed teams, then I ain't gonna change teams now.
Right. No, I get it. So y'all don't care about moving on from a quarterback. So
Obviously,
yeah,
we don't. You see how we moved on from Joe Flacco?
I know. And he won y'all the chip, didn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah. So I mean, I want him to stay in Baltimore. Then I do want to stay in Baltimore. And last question, we will move on. If he does not stay in Baltimore, where do you like to see him go? Where would you like to see him go?
I like to see him beat Cam Newton. Say no.
Oh, you want him to go to Carolina?
Nah, I want him out the league if he ain't gonna
Oh,
come
out the
stay
league.
with us. Yeah.
Well, we know that ain't
Nah,
gonna happen.
That ain't gonna happen.
that ain't gonna happen. But on a serious note, I can see LJ. That's a tough one.
It's a lot
I
of
hate to
options.
say it's a lot of options. It's a lot. I like this. I like what the Jets are doing. So if the Jets can just say forget Aaron Rodgers and
They-
say I know they won't, but if they can say forget Aaron Rodgers and think LJ is worth that 2 first-round picks, I like to see LJ go to the Jets because I like what they building. They got a good wide receiver core, good running back core,
Yeah.
defense is solid.
Yeah.
Most definitely can come a strong number 2. Maybe they can dethrone the Bills from out that division, but they'll most definitely be over top of the Dolphins and the Patriots, in my opinion.
Oh, damn, I think we lost you.
A few moments later.
I don't know what happened.
You was at you was talking about where you would like to see Lamar go if he doesn't resign with the Ravens.
The Jets. I think the Jets would be a good team. I like what they was building. They got a good wide receiver core, a good running back core, and I think their defense is real solid over there. So I think the Jets would be a good fit.
Okay.
All right. Well, so since there's been a lot of movement going on in the NFL, we're gonna go ahead and talk about some of the notable free agents and notable trades. Is there anything that jumps out to you that's already happened in the NFL already as far as trades and signings and all that over the course of the offseason?
Releases and stuff like that.
I most definitely got to give y'all Cowboys a little love. Give y'all a little love. I most definitely think that Stephon Gilmore's trade most definitely is going to help y'all defense.
Oh yeah.
I think because it will help Diggs out because Diggs is a real gambler. And if you can have a corner on the other opposite side that can hold his side down and make sure that that Diggs is protected, oh man, that's a big move for y'all because, like I said, Diggs is too much of a gambler and he jump routes and lose sight of wide receivers a lot. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to work his side a lot this year. Now that y'all got Stephon Gilmore, I think that was a great move for y'all. But that's all the love I'm gonna give y'all, though. That's it. No more.
No, that's fine.
Well, Lee's gonna go ahead and carry that on over. You know what I'm saying? She gonna show love.
Oh, like Dale said, man, the Cowboys made a move. We don't never make moves in our. We don't either. We sit on our hands, or we make stupid moves. We actually made a move. The Cowboys traded for Stephon Gilmore from the Colts, only having to give up a 5th round ass pick, bruh.
And where was the Ravens at on this, man? We need a corner. We don't have Marcus Peters right
worried
now.
about what Lamar ass gonna do. That's what y'all.
I think the Ravens are just locked in on Lamar right now. Like they're not worried about other positions.
They stand up all night, checking the Twitter, make sure the nigga ain't make sure the ninja ain't text nothing crazy. You know what I mean? So I'm not tweeting anything crazy. Like
which he has been sending some subliminal.
Subliminal.
And I know how to say that word. I don't know why I'm tripping.
It's okay.
He's been sending some subliminal tweets out already. So yeah, they definitely worried about him. They ain't worried about no other position. Right?
They trying to figure they got a quarterback or not. All right, I'm done harassing you there. But yeah,
no, it's cool. It's cool.
For a 5th round to the Colts, bringing up Stephon Gilmore, you made a really good point, Dev. We have kind of went in on Trayvon Diggs a little bit about how he overplays / gambles. Y'all say it the nice way, gambling. I say overplays. And so it is good that there is a Stephon Gilmore on that other side that will make sure when Trayvon decides he wants to go for 11 interceptions in the season, amen, that he got some cover back to be able to help him out. So you're definitely right about that. Anybody else got any notable trades?
The Bears also. I think the Bears getting a top wide receiver and DJ Moore over there with Justin Fields is most definitely going to help Justin Fields elevate, man, because at first I thought the Bears was trying to tank. Once they got rid of Khalil Mack and the rest and Roquan Smith and all the rest of the good talent up there, I said, man, I don't know what the Bears is doing, but trading for DJ Moore and getting Evans on the defensive end, it most definitely, I think the Bears is trying to make some noise.
Oh yeah, the Bears in this offseason wasn't just sitting. They definitely made some moves. I'm looking at them a little bit. I ain't scared of them, but I'm looking at them. Right. Again, as a Cowboys fan, we made that move on Brandon Cooks, only having to give up a 5th round this year in the 23 draft and only a 6th round pick in the 24 draft. I thought that was a good move. I'm not totally sold on Brandon Cooks, and y'all can argue me with that if y'all want to, but I was still holding out hope for D-Hop. I'm sorry, DeAndre Hopkins. That's who I was holding out hope for. And then the crazy thing is too, real quick, I heard on the radio now the Cardinals are not going to get what they expected they wanted for DeAndre Hopkins. They was expecting a 2nd rounder. Now they can. What I heard is now only they can get is a 5th round, like what the Cowboys did with Brandon Cook. So I'm kind of a little butthurt because we could have held out for D-Hop. Just come on, man.
Yeah, because that's what they selling them for now.
You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody taking that bait on that 2nd.
Right.
So two things, and y'all can chime in. I understand the Cowboys needed to make a move when the opportunity was presented to them, right? But it's damn, y'all sit any other time. Couldn't wait another goddamn week. Now they're not saying D-Hop may go to the Chiefs, and the Chiefs also has a chance to sign OBJ, a freaking super team in the NFL.
Super team.
Come on. Did y'all hear that?
I've seen a little bit. It just a little bit of rumors. So I don't try to read into the rumors because I don't want to be butthurt like how you just said. So
You gotta be D Hop or Brandon Cooks. I'm taking D Hop every day and twice on Sunday.
you making it seem like Brandon Cooks is ass or something, man.
No. I'm not saying that. Okay, honestly, who would you rather have?
Of course, I'm gonna take D Hop. Of course,
Okay.
I've been a fan of D Hop since he was in college, since Clemson. So you know what I mean. But Brandon Cooks is not. He's a decent pickup. Because I think also what y'all need is somebody that can also run a route tree, and open up some more lanes for CeeDee Lamb. Because we all see that a lot of targets can't really go to CeeDee Lamb because he's not dependable yet. He's a good wide receiver, but he's just not that true number one yet.
I agree.
I think he is, but okay.
You think he is?
He was for us last season.
He had no choice being number one last season. Yeah. He had no choice. But the thing is about that is, just, I think if all he has to do is take the next step next season. But we'll get there. We get there. I don't want to keep lingering on, be all Cowboy driven, even though we love the Cowboys.
Not me.
Y'all is Jalen Ramsey going to the Dolphins. All they had to give up was a third round pick in this year's draft for Jalen Ramsey. I'm trying to figure out why we wasn't in on the deal. But I guess, did that happen before or after Stephon Gilmore?
I want to say that happened after.
Or was it before?
No, I think it. Yeah, it was after. It was after.
It was after. Okay. Well, that's cool. But I guess we didn't want to give up our third. That's cool though. I mean, I would have loved to see that because Jalen Ramsey's a little bit younger than Stephon Gilmore.
But Ramsey, y'all don't want two gamblers on the same team. You know what I mean? You can't have both of your corners getting beat. So I don't think that would have been a perfect fit. It didn't look good on paper, but I don't think, two gamblers, y'all defense would have got 8 alive.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep. So, okay, so we're going to move right along in the NFL. So, Dev, is there anybody on your draft wish list or needs? And then I'll go to Shalise next with the question.
There's two, both on the opposite side of the ball. One is still a wide receiver. Rashad Bateman, I like the guy. I believe in him. But with these injury plagues, he just haven't shown up. And, your best ability is availability. And he ain't showing that he's available right now. So I like Quentin Johnson from the wide receiver from TCU. 6'3", 208. The guy is strong, powerful, and fast. And I believe he can most definitely run the route tree. So I think that'll be a good look for us. And on the opposite side, like I said, Marlon Humphrey is only our only cornerback right now. Joey Porter Jr. out of Penn State. I most definitely think that he can come in, play in that corner role and play like a Raven, as we like to say. 6'3" to 193 pounds. So, he's not little. He's a tall corner, and if he has the attitude just like his pops, man, he's gonna be dangerous.
What where do y'all pick in the first? What's y'all number?
We are like 22nd, I believe.
Okay.
Lisa, is there anybody you would want on the Cowboys with us?
Man, Big John Robinson out of Texas. Hello. We picked 26. I don't know if he gonna fall, but if he do, look, hold on, Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, Mike McCarthy, whoever's in that war room. If we get to pick 26, and if y'all don't decide to move up, and if we get to pick 26, if Big John is on the board, if y'all punk ass don't pick Big John Robinson, it's gonna be a goddamn problem. I swear to God it is, man. I swear to God, man. We don't get Big John Robinson, it's going to be a problem. Because Big John kind of reminds me of a Zeke, but better. And that says a lot. You know what I mean? The man he run blocks. I mean, well, he protects the quarterback. He can get out there and line up like the wide receivers because he can catch that ball. He gonna run. He's talented as hell. I'm trying to watch my words, Jesus. He's talented as hell. So if he's on the board at the time that we pick, and the Cowboys don't pick Bijan Robinson, it's going to be a problem for me. And I'm just going to say that.
Let's just hope he's on the board.
I just hope he's on the board, man. I seen some mock drafts, and they had him going at 14. So I don't know. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. The draft is definitely coming up next month. So we're going to tune in for that.
Know damn well Jerry Jones ain't going to pick what y'all like. Y'all know that, right? Like, y'all, I swear, Jerry Jones, I would think the Cowboys are a decent team if Jerry Jones wasn't there. Like, I believe that he sold his soul just to get those 90s Super Bowl, and that's why y'all not winning right now. Like,
you know what? A lot of people be saying that, though. A lot of people be saying that. And you know what? I'm starting to believe it. I'm starting to believe it. Because we ain't sniffed or snuffed a Super Bowl since 95. And that's crazy.
Always something that comes up from getting in y'all way. Y'all be having decent teams to appear in the Super Bowl. Y'all had the Tony Romo, the Dez Bryant, Ezekiel Elliott, Dak Prescott. Y'all had everything. Y'all had T.O. Y'all had everything. But it just seems... And it just seems like that it always be like a oops. The Cowboys don't get it. It's just like a oops moment for y'all. And I blame that on Jerry Jones.
Yeah, and you know what? I can't even argue down because it's true. It's every year when it's supposed to be our year, it's always that, like you said, oops moment for sure. And you touched on a really good thing. You talked about Zeke, and we would be remiss if we did not give Zeke his freaking flowers, man. It has come to an end of an era. Man. And I am sad. Yeah. Sadness. I done went through all the stages of grief. I was angry. I was sad. I was in denial. Like all the stages of grief. So what I want to do for, if y'all will allow me this few seconds just to like give Zeke his flowers.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I mean, this man, I remember it like it was yesterday in 2016. Jesus, amen. I was at Texas Roadhouse during the draft. Don't ask me why I was there. You don't want to know why I was there. But I was at Texas Roadhouse.
Go ahead and speak your words.
I was eating my steak, and I remember Roger Goodell goes to the podium. And with the fourth pick in the draft, the Dallas Cowboys select.
Damn, y'all suck that bad?
Ezekiel Elliott out of Ohio State, and I must have jumped out of my booth because I was sitting in the booth because I can't sit at no tables at a restaurant. So I sat up by the booth, and I was like, yeah, because I knew the talent, I knew what he was bringing to the team, man, and I remember when he won the BCS championship in our house at the AT&T Stadium. And that man said, I want to play for the Cowboys. Yep. And damn it, did he play for the Cowboys? Okay. He did. So I'm just gonna give out some of his career stats with us. Like I said, it's the end of an era. I'm moving on. Because the thing is, real quick before I do that, I knew it was coming. So even though I went through my stages of grief, I was already kind of mentally prepared that it was going to happen because they had been talking about this shit for about 2-3 years. That is because Zeke was on a decline, and I felt like we could still use him for cheap, but at the end of the day, I get it. Make your money, young man, get paid. But it's sadness. But Zeke played 103 games with us. He had a total of 8,262 yards with us. He gave us 68 touchdowns with us. And now I'm talking about rush yards and rush touchdowns. His longest run was 60 yards. I can imagine it came against them Steelers. I remember that we was down and Zeke took it all the way back down and go ahead.
Hey, we were watching that game together.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
And he sealed the game. Hello? Like, I just remember, when I look at Zeke, I don't even see the new Zeke that everybody sees. I still see that old Zeke, man. Because I just remember the day that he got drafted. So it's kind of tough for me. Also, he had 2,336 receiving yards. His longest yak, which is yards after catch, was 83. And he had 12 receiving touchdowns. So this is for me, Loc'd N Sports Bills, to Zeke. Thank you for everything you brought to the Dallas Cowboys. The jumping in the Salvation Army,
Yes.
fuck it when you scored a touchdown. Like, I freaking iconic. So here it is, Zeke. Thank you,
Zeke. I will miss, feeding myself. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you gain those yards. Zeke, you're gonna be missed. Like our power rusher,
man.
like our dog. You know what I'm saying?
Buddy was like hurdling ninjas.
Yes, he was. Like, man, I remember them hurdle days. And like Lise brought up, jumping in the Salvation Army bucket. Like, it's just the iconic moments. And I really hate that we never made it to the bowl. Man. Because that first year, their rookie year, we thought they was going out.
Dude.
Like that year was crazy. Like, we thought that they were on their way to the Super Bowl, and I just really hate that they could not get it done, with this, with Zeke and with Dak.
The core.
That core, that dynamic core that they drafted in 2016. But Shalice put it all on the table. Zeke, we appreciate you. We appreciate everything you did in Big D. Had some issues off the field, but you got it together.
Of course.
But we appreciate you. We definitely appreciate you. We're gonna miss you. And you know what's gonna irritate me is whenever he goes to another team and then he just starts to eat. Like literally, he just starts to go off. That's gonna really irritate me.
Yeah.
They always seem to do that for another team.
Yeah. I would say that for sure. But at the end of the day, if Zeke goes to a different team and he wins a Super Bowl, I'm not mad. It's definitely deserved, man. He played injured so many times.
He did.
Even last season, he was injured. He's been humbled. He's selfless because when Tony Pollard emerged, he just said, "All right, young fella,
yeah,
I'm gonna play my part. You do your thing." Like really, and he could have the biggest ego in the world. You know what I mean? Like he lead in rushing for like 2 years. Like went back to back, but at least 2 years. Yeah. You know what I mean? So he got the accolades. I definitely feel like he was robbed of the rookie of the year in offense or whatever. Like I get all the love goes to the quarterbacks, but honestly, Zeke carried our team in 2016. Man, I love Dak. I appreciate him, but
don't sound like it.
He definitely did that. But I ain't gonna hold
do y'all see Zeke playing next year?
I do see him playing.
Oh, yeah.
He's not gonna be a featured back, but he's gonna be on somebody's team. And what I'm really hoping for now, this is all I feel, and this is just me jumping out the window. If for whatever reason we don't get Bijan and we just go and draft just another different running back, I feel like if Zeke is not signed by that date, that we could possibly bring him back on a cheaper, lesser deal, and feature him in the role that he was, just a goal line back, a power back that just need to get you 3 yards to get to that first down. I feel like that could happen, but I'm going for Bijan.
Want the young cat,
right?
Want the young cat,
but I still got love for Zeke. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with these Cowboy jerseys. So. But
that part.
But we're gonna keep moving, man. Before we stop talking about the NFL, I do want to ask y'all, since everything that's been going on, the movements, the cuts, the trades, the free agent signings, Where do you have at this point in time? Where do you have some of these teams ranked? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, give me your top 5 right now. How about that? Let's make it a little bit shorter.
Dev, you go ahead and carry it out.
No, where's your top 5 right now? Right at
Top 5 of the NFL, both
Yeah.
divisions, both conferences. Woo!
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna lead off with Kansas City. They're the defending champs.
Right, of course. That's respect.
Oof. We're gonna go with the Buffalo Bills. I think they still are up there. I think a healthy Von Miller and find a running game, a featured running back that can help Josh Allen most definitely would solidify them as the contender. I think that's what's holding the Bills back. That they let Josh Allen doing way too much. He got to run the ball. He got to pass the ball. Eventually, he gonna have to throw the ball, catch the ball from his own passes. So I think if they can get a solidified running back, I think the Bills can stay up there in contention. So the Chiefs, the Bills, the Bengals still. Now that they got a offensive tackle, and Orlando Brown now, I think that can most definitely help Joe Burrow blindside and protect him. So I think that makes him dangerous. So that's 3 teams that's in the AFC right there because the AFC is just loaded. I'm gonna go to the NFC side. Even with all the departures that the Eagles have, I still think that they are a top team. I think that them not losing a lot of offensive weapons is still going to have them in contention. Just on the question mark about them losing their offensive coordinator. That's like the only question mark is how Jalen Hurts going to perform under new offensive coordinator. And my last team in the NFC. Man, it's tough. It is tough.
with everything that's happened, like
with everything that's happened, it's like I want to lean towards y'all. I want to, but
I like
that.
that.
Go ahead and do it. Don't be bashful.
But I feel like that would go against my religion, so I don't want to do that.
Don't let that cowboy hate take over your judgment.
No, I ain't gonna drink the haterade. I'm gonna go ahead and put the top back on that. So I'm gonna go ahead and lean towards y'all. I like that move with getting Gilmore. Like I really do. Him holding that side down. I'm not saying he's gonna do the best job or he's gonna be prime time over there, but him that's going to help Diggs out a lot, and that will help Minka Parsons out also, because if he can get to the faster he can get to the quarterback, or if y'all DBs can hold down those wide receivers, doesn't matter how long it takes for him to get to the quarterback. Just need him to get there. So I think Gilmore most definitely helps y'all defense carry over. Now I need to see y'all do something on the offensive side. Like you said, Brandon Cooks didn't fully sold me, but y'all did lose y'all tight end and what's that? Schultz, right?
Yeah, we did. He went to Houston.
Schultz went to Houston?
Yeah.
I don't see that one. What?
By y'all losing y'all tight end, now Dak gotta find another safety blanket. So
man, now you know you done seen Ferguson and what's that other guy name? It's Ferguson and who's our other one?
Schultz.
See? When you snap your fingers and say who's the other guy, that means the other guy ain't that guy.
I can't remember Peyton. What's his name?
But you know what, Dev? It's only one ball. It's only one ball to go around to everybody.
That is true. That is true. But you gotta be that guy. But you gotta be that guy to get that ball though.
I did not know we got rid of Schultz. Like I'm late on that one.
Yeah.
What? Oh
yeah. Yeah, well, you know what? That makes me think, and just kind of run down some other things real quick. Derek Carr went to the Saints.
Oh, what?
Adam Thielen went to the Panthers.
Hold up, Tom. When did Derrick Henry get traded?
Who?
You said Derrick Henry or Derek Carr? Oh,
Derek Carr.
I thought you said Derrick Henry. I was going to say, hold on, wait, what?
Oh, late breaking news. Whoa, no. He's still in limbo, I believe.
He is.
Miles Sanders went to the Panthers, Andy Dalton went to the Panthers. Jimmy G, he with the Raiders. Juju Smith-Schuster went to the Patriots. Hey, what's
Anywho,
that man name? Mike? Is it Gesky? Jesky? How you
Mike
pronounce it?
Good guess, something in that nature.
Micah Gageski? Okay. He
Something
went
like
to the
that.
Patriots. And then Alan Lazard went to the Jets. Those are some of the notable free agents that I thought, that made some moves and stuff like that. So, with all that being said, right? Are there any teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that y'all think that will make the playoffs this year?
Yes.
Okay, who you got and why?
Chicago Bears.
Mm-hmm.
With now that Aaron Rodgers is leaving that division, because that was the only thing he was winning was that division.
Right.
I think that door is wide open now, and with that move, like I said before, with DJ Moore and Justin Fields getting together, and I think I forgot the running back that they also got in free agency too. I think the Bears is ready to take that step of winning that division. Now, don't get me wrong, Detroit is also another team that can also win that division too, because I'm not sold on the Vikings. Kirk Cousins, them losing Alan Thielen is going to hurt Justin Jefferson, because now Justin Jefferson is going to see nothing but triple and double team. So I like Chicago. I believe the Chicago Bears will win that division. With them getting DJ Moore, helping Justin Fields out now, I believe that most definitely would help them now that Aaron Rodgers is possibly leaving out that division. That division is wide open. I don't solely believe in the Vikings, because now them losing Alan Thielen, I believe that Justin Jefferson is going to get double and triple team now. And Kirk Cousins is not that guy. You know what I mean? I don't believe he's going to.
You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy.
He's just not that guy. But I also believe in the Detroit Lions also too, man. They did some moves in the off season too.
Oh yeah, they did. But then they lost Jamal Williams.
Yeah, that was a key loss too, because that guy brings personality and he brings touchdowns.
Yep.
Hey, so we got to go ahead and move on from the NFL. But I mean, we could go on. Well, with Dev on the show, we could definitely go on and on NFL. But you know what I'm saying? We got to go ahead and move on to the league that me and Lise like to talk about. And I know Dev has talked about, and he likes to talk about on his show. And that's the NBA.
Drop it.
All right, so as y'all know, Lisa's a Mavs fan. Me, Vels, I am right now Laker fan by way of LeBron. And coincidentally, our guest, Dev, is also a Laker fan, but he's been a long time Laker fan though. Like he been a Laker fan since when Kobe and them was playing. And so we're gonna go ahead and get into that. It's been like the West is just crazy.
It's tight.
Like it's tight. On any given night, you could be the 7th seed and you mess around and be the 12th seed on the next night. Like that's how crazy it is. Dev, I guess we'll start with the Lakers.
Yeah, I'll let y'all go talk about these right
So
somebody in their feelings.
she hate when we start talking about the Lakers.
Yeah, because y'all, for y'all to be the 11th team, y'all sure do got a lot to say.
But you know what, Dev, what are you thinking about? Like, there's 10 games left. After tonight, there'll be 9 games left in the regular season. Do the Lakers make the playoffs? Like, and when we say playoffs, we're talking about regular playoffs and play-in. Like, do they make the playoffs? Because we hear that LeBron is coming back at some point this season. He's getting back healthy. He should be getting reevaluated tomorrow as we speak. What is your opinions on that?
I do think the Lakers do make the playoffs. And I'm not just being biased. I just really like the team that was put together after that trade deadline.
Right.
We just need a couple teams to lose. It's like right now, the Jazz is losing to the Blazers. We need that. We need that. Sorry, Lise. The Warriors beat the Mavs. We needed that. We needed that. We need all these wins right now. Like I said, I'm not trying to pick on you and the Mavs, but for us, the Lakers that's trying to get out that 11th seed, we need anybody that's ahead of us to lose. And right now, the Lakers are up against the Suns by going into halftime. So any win and any losses that we can take and give, we got to take it. And I do think the Lakers will make it. Long as this young core just stay on the course, and AD has to step up. Like AD going to have to start giving 25 and 15 each game from here on out.
Definitely. Because we cannot depend on Austin Reeves getting us 35 to win a game. Now, I like Austin Reeves. He is a special player, and he is coming into his own, and he's only going to get better from here on out, which means the Lakers are going to have to pay him. But AD right now, while Brian is still out, he definitely has to step up and be that superstar player that we need him to be. We need him to be that 25, 30, and 30 points and 15 rebounds a game type. 30 points, 15 rebounds, maybe 4 or 5 assists. Like, that's what we need AD to be doing right now. But besides that, I agree with you, Dev. I think that the Lakers at least make the play-in. And, we'll just, we'll see where the chips may fall from there. But, again, the West is so tight. And you know what's crazy? I've been saying this like maybe 2 or 3 episodes ago, I was telling Lise, like, look, I'm sorry. And I wasn't saying it on the episode. It was like pre-episode. I was like, look, on certain nights, I need certain teams to lose. And that's just what it is. Like, I knew it from then because the West has been tight literally all season. Like, we've never seen a conference be this close in standings ever. Like, these are unprecedented times for, like, standings as far as, like, the West goes. And honestly, even in the East, like, towards the bottom. But on any given night, we need, like, the Blazers, I need them to go ahead and get out of there. Honestly, I'm glad that they're beating Utah tonight. I need the Blazers to go ahead and get out of there. I need Utah to keep falling. For some strange reason, the OKC Thunder keep finding ways to win, and it's making me mad.
I'm with you on that one.
Irritating me. And then when I look up, the Pelicans is finding ways to win. I'm like, okay, now come on, y'all. Like, y'all was losing games at first. Now all of a sudden y'all want to win. But I do think that LeBron will be back at some point this season with 9 games left. And I think that could propel us to the next level. Now, let me say this. If you allow us to get into the play-in.
Here we go.
And we mess around and get a playoff, like an actual playoff spot with a healthy Lakers team that is reconstructed at the trade deadline, it's scary hours.
Oh my God.
Look. I really do believe in this team. I have not wavered. Like, all year. They started off 2-10. And yes, it was discouraging. And I didn't know about us at first, but I really think that if we can find a way to get LeBron back healthy, back on the court, we find our way in the playoff, well, the play-in first and then the playoffs, it's going to be scary hours.
So you will agree, because now I got to stop. So you will agree, and as well, like, you will agree that y'all going to have to be in the play-in before you get into the playoffs. Huh?
Yes. I think that's our feeling right now. I think that right now,
because y'all know outside looking in. Okay, I just want to let y'all know y'all know outside. Because y'all out here pumping your chest, walking up straight, like y'all got this shit sold up.
Y'all seed. But y'all are the 9th seed that's only a game ahead of us.
Thank you, Dev. I finally got somebody over here that got my back. Like, thank you.
Y'all are one, but y'all losing tonight. Y'all are now 1 game ahead of us. And if the Lakers win tonight, we are now tied with the same record.
Tied. And thank you.
So I wouldn't speak so loudly right now, Lise. I think you gotta go talk to Jason Kidd.
Oh shit! Ooh, do I got a mouthful for Jason Kidd? But you know what? At the end of the day, I do respect the Lakers, man. I do. I respect what happened at the trade deadline. It has boosted the team. The team looks totally different. They're playing different. They're moving different. They look different. And I do. And honestly, I give Bells and you they have a hard time, but yeah, y'all gonna make the play in, and y'all will probably definitely. I ain't gonna say okay. Y'all will make the play in, and y'all will definitely make the playoffs. But when you get there,
when you get there,
what's going to
finish? Look, if we make the eighth seed, we go against Denver.
You think y'all got enough for Denver?
We got plenty for Denver.
Got plenty for Denver.
Denver don't want to see us. Denver is sliding right now. Like, they have not been the same Denver that they have been all season. I don't know if you've been watching.
No, I ain't been watching Denver.
If you have not been watching, they've been sliding. They've been losing games to people they ain't supposed to been losing to, right? Jokic is now, he was number one all season MVP votes, MVP candidates. Now, all of a sudden, Joel Embiid has jumped him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the same. Denver don't want to see us in the first round. I'm telling you now. If we make it to the playoffs and we're the 8th seed, Denver don't want to see us. I don't want to stay on the Lakers long because we got to move quick. But Denver don't want to see us, and I'm calling it now. If we make the 8th seed and we play Denver in the first round, we're gonna win that. We're gonna win that series. Ooh. I'm calling it now.
I'm with her. I'm with her. I'm with her.
Do you believe that as well, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm with her. You know what? We're going to hop on this bus. We're going to hop on this train together. Let's go, Bells.
Let's go. I'm right on here with you.
Okay. Y'all talking y'all talk. Now, see, I had some other stuff prepared for the man. But see, y'all done got me hyped. But I'm going to stick to the facts. I'm not going to oversell it. You know what I mean? Just because y'all trying to piss me off. Unfortunately, the Mavs have only won 4 games out of the last 11. And that's tough. That is tough. But let's put this in perspective. Can we put this in perspective? Luka has not been playing.
He hasn't.
Up until tonight.
That's an issue.
And what Dev had said earlier, we did lose tonight to go to State by 2.
Yep.
I do believe if Kyrie was playing, we would have won that game.
I believe that too.
You know, Luka has been out dealing with injury. He had a left thigh contusion. He been sidelined since March 5th after that the Phoenix Suns game. So that's taking a toll on the team. I think we need both players to kind of. I don't. You know what? And I'll be real. And I know y'all don't want to stay on this too long, but the Mavericks don't have an identity, and that's not good going into the playoffs. We have no idea. We don't even know who we are, what we could be, or what we can become. What you got to say?
Well, I know one thing. Y'all are not good defensively. I know that.
Well, okay.
And I know defense wins championships, and I know that since the trade deadline, the Lakers have been top 5, top 10 in defense. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you finish.
She's cute, y'all. She cute. She real cute. Now, here's the thing, though. Like, I gave y'all shit. Now here you just want to attack me.
No, I'm not attacking you. I'm just speaking facts.
And then what I done said was, I know we playing like hot garbage.
What's your fax number? I'm just speaking facts. That's it. I'm just speaking facts.
1-800. I think you need to pick that line up.
I was trying to be real. And she trying okay. All right. So, like I said, Luka's been out, man, and we've been sliding. Kyrie was out for a game or 2, I can't remember, and we've been sliding. We're not a team that the team is not constructed to win without a superstar. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real on this shit. Like,
that ain't your problem.
Without a superstar. So when your superstars ain't, that's kind of almost a lie because Kyrie was playing when we beat the Lakers.
That ain't your problem.
But yeah,
that ain't your problem.
That. We
Y'all-
won.
No,
Y'all
a win is a win.
y'all
I'm not
probably-
taking that away. I
What?
promise I'm not, but it was at the buzzer. So don't act like they just blew us out.
I didn't know. That's not how I said it.
All right.
I didn't say it like that. I said we won,
Yeah, y'all won.
and we did.
Y'all won.
All right.
That ain't the
Now-
Mavericks' problem. The Mavericks' problem is that they still dependent on Luka to do every damn thing again. That's
Yeah.
your problem. Y'all got rid of Finney Smith Jr., which I don't believe. Why would y'all get rid of him? That was your
That was the only way
defender.
we could get. Okay, so a little bit about that. The Brooklyn Nets was not going to let the trade go through without incorporating Dorian Finney-Smith. Unfortunately,
I wouldn't have let him
he
go.
was not part of the original trade package.
Right.
Because, like I said, when y'all traded for Kyrie, it looks good. It looks wonderful.
Of course,
having the guard on your team, but at the same time, what was y'all main reason of why y'all couldn't beat the Warriors last year? It was because y'all let Luka do everything, and y'all was
have no defensive presence down
y'all
low.
was undersized in the big man department, and y'all don't have depth, and y'all didn't address that again. That bench, name somebody other than your rookie on that bench.
You're right. When you're right, you're right. I can't say you're lying.
So
But
I
will
think
say this. Now, THJ, he ventures from the bench and on the bench. So, but he's streaky as fuck. So it's like, why y'all do? I see. That's why I don't like talking to fucking Laker fans.
Cause what Bell just said, what's your fax number?
Talk about it. Talk about it. Okay.
Talk to Adele.
Nah. See. I don't like all this, man. I'm getting gang banged, and not in a good way.
Nah, I just think that the
Edit that,
Mavs
mama.
most definitely is going to have to. They like you said, they got to find an identity, and I think that identity, what's going to help Luka out is finding a true big man, somebody that can do pick and roll. I'm talking about like a Joel Embiid type big guy.
No, I
A
feel
big man.
No,
You know what I mean?
Like,
A real, when Luka leaves off the floor, that somebody can still demand dominance and command. You know what I mean? That y'all offense. Once Luka leave off the floor, it's like, all right, guys, who gonna get the ball? And Tim Hardaway Jr. is my guy, but he just don't cut it. I don't know what he does. He just don't show up. He remind me of Tobias Harris. He just don't show up when you need him.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good analogy. Yep. Embarrassing.
Yep, definitely. So, hey, look. So, right now we're gonna go ahead and move on. Right now,
but I ain't get to tell y'all where I feel like the Mavericks gonna finish.
Go ahead.
Well, let me do this real quick. Y'all didn't tell me where the Lakers gonna finish at. Y'all didn't. Like I said, y'all didn't.
I said, play in and then give me that AC.
Yeah.
The Nuggets.
I mean, but you real confident.
Ball roll.
You walking upright.
But we gotta make the play. Obviously, we gotta make the play in first. But once we win that play-in game and then we get that,
y'all
AC,
gonna get to the play in. I ain't gonna cap on y'all like that. Y'all gonna get to the play in. But here's the thing, like I feel like. So, of course, over the course of the year, my numbers are starting to slide. At this point, I just want to make the play-in. At this point, I done went from we was going to be top 3 in the West. Yeah. We was going to be from 4 to 8, 4 to 6. Like, that ain't, we weren't.
It's just been so close.
It has been
constantly moving.
Every day is something different. But at this point, I'm going to change every episode. I don't give a damn. Whatever. We just need to make the play in. If we make the play in, it's up. We get everybody healthy, it's up. We have no defense. So all we want to do is outscore y'all niggas. And let me tell y'all something. Jason Kidd, you know what? Hey, after the season, fire his ass.
Oops. What?
I mean it. Fire his ass.
Ooh.
Like, the dude is so messed up, bro. Like, he's not getting his lineups correct. He's starting Dwight Powell every game. Come on now. I just said Dwight Powell starting every game, and you have Christian Wood, you have JaVale McGee, We got who? We got Marcus or Marquis? One of the twins. Okay, one of the twins who ain't on the Clippers is on the Mavs. I don't know. Honestly, that's how bad it is. I don't even know which twin we got on our team. You know why? Because he doesn't play. I have no idea which twin is on our team. So at the end of this season, I don't care if it ends up in the championship. Fire Jason Kidd. I was against the hire from the beginning. He brought me in with last season. It's been total chaos since then. I'm done. Fire Jason Kidd and Bills. We can move on to your next topic.
So y'all have Marquise Morris on y'all's team.
Okay.
And I guess we'll see. So this is gonna be my last question about Lakers, Mavs, and then we can move on to playoff standings real quick. If both teams make the play-in / playoffs, let's just say the Mavs get in, let's just say the Lakers get in. Dev, who goes the furthest?
Lakers.
All right.
Straight to the point.
All right, so Dev got his answer out. So at least who goes the furthest? And take all bias out.
All right, take all bias out.
Who goes the furthest, the Lakers or the Mavs?
Bro, man.
Come on, Lise. Come on, Lise. Come on.
You ain't right.
We got enough space for you. We're going to hold the back door open for you.
All right. So I'm going to be honest. The way we look right now, today, whatever today is, March 22nd, the Lakers.
Okay.
Now, if we look different in the game,
no. Ain't no backsies. No backsies.
All right, fine. Shit, the Lakers. God damn it.
See,
there we
first,
go.
When the Lakers were sorry and they started off 2-10, she was really disrespecting us.
Really?
And now that tune has changed.
Right.
But I also have the Lakers. If both teams make it, I also have the Lakers going further than the Mavs. That's just what it is. You can
I'm being real though. I know this team. I watch this team every time they play. I know what the fuck we look like. We look like trash, and yeah, y'all probably go further than us. If we're gonna put that kind of shit on the court, yeah, y'all taking it. Yeah, I ain't gonna say y'all taking it, but y'all gonna go further than the Mavs.
Definitely. All right. So look, currently right now, standings in the West. Currently right now, so Denver's number 1. You got Memphis at 2. Sacramento at 3. Suns at 4. To me, those are pretty much locked. Now, the Clippers are 2 games behind the Suns in the 5th seed, but they did just lose Paul George to a knee injury for 2 to 3 weeks, so he's going to be out. So Clippers could slide themselves. And then you got Golden State Warriors at 6. You got OKC who keep winning these mysterious games at 7. Then you got Dallas at 8, Minnesota at 9, Utah at 10, which I hope that they lost to the Blazers tonight. And then you got the Lakers at 11, and then you got the Pelicans at 12. So the and the records, I didn't give y'all the records, but it's just close. You know what I'm saying? And so it's going to be an amazing race towards the end of the season. Well, this is the end of the season. It's going to be an amazing race these last 9 games. It's just going to be interesting. So, hey, be on the lookout for our next show because we're definitely going to be talking about like what's going on. By that time, we'll be talking about who made the play-in and playoffs and all that. So, on the subject of the NBA, last episode, we brought to you guys breaking news about Sean Kemp, and we just kind of wanted to give you an update on that. Please go ahead and fill us in on the Sean Kemp situation.
Last episode, we had kind of touched on Sean Kemp was arrested for being involved in a drive-by shooting. We didn't have much information on that. But since then, some more information, not much, but a little bit has came down. How this whole thing started, allegedly, Sean Kemp had gotten a phone stolen. And he was able to track it. And he tracked the phone in Tacoma, Washington. So it was apparently whoever allegedly had this phone in Tacoma, Washington was like in some kind of shopping mall type of deal. Sean Kemp approached the car and then the person that was in the vehicle started spraying out shots. Shots was fired, and Kemp returned the fire like anybody else would if you're carrying, right? Person started shooting at Sean Kemp. Sean Kemp shot back, and then allegedly the car drove away, and that's when Sean Kemp was arrested for the shooting, for the drive-by shooting. Since then, Sean Kemp has been released, but this whole thing is still under investigation. So we still ain't got all the facts, all the news that then came out. But at the end of the day, it's really it's a jacked up story. It's sad a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't know how you guys feel about it. We can talk about it for a little bit, but still thoughts and prayers. Nobody was injured from what I've read. I don't know if y'all read anything different. But from my understanding, nobody was injured from this incident. But, you're Sean Kemp. Your phone gets stolen. Let it go. Get a new phone. In my opinion, I don't think it was all of that, honestly. But that's just me. I don't know. Y'all want to chime in?
I think it was more so of well, first of all,
it's the principality, Smokey.
It's the principality. Okay, so I got two opinions. I think for one, like you just said, it's the principalities. You're not just gonna take my stuff and expect me to not retaliate. And then the second thing is, what's in that phone? To where you had to go to that extent to get it back. You know what I'm saying? Dev, what's your opinion on that?
Y'all seen the movie In Too Deep?
Yes. That's what LL Cool J and Omar Epps.
Right. Do y'all remember the scene? I'm sorry. This all it reminds me of. The scene where Omar Epps had to prove himself and he had to do the drive-by shooting and all he did was shoot up the glass. That's what this remind me of. Because like, how you that close to the car and nobody get hit? Like, nobody. Like, wow, first, like, right? Did you pinch? Did you sniff? Like, thank God that nobody didn't get hurt. You know what I mean? Because we don't wish condone violence or anything of that nature. But nobody, how you that close? Right. But what's in that phone? Obviously, because y'all gotta think. Sean Kemp is him and GP is like the front runner to trying to bring the Seattle Supersonics back. So it could be a lot of things in that phone. But if you are in that front runner trying to bring that NBA team back, man, you gotta let that go. You better go shut down that iCloud and shut down that iPhone and transition to a new one or something of that nature. Let that phone go because you don't want to. You automatically know as a black man being in that type of altercation, it's just a bad look on all around. I'm pretty sure that even if Sean Kemp wasn't in the fault, just because that he was there, it's going to look like it's all Sean Kemp's fault anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, that's facts.
Yeah. Well, because
that was a headline before even news came down. It was Sean Kemp gets arrested for drive-by shooting, and everybody's like, "What the fuck?" You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. It's always something happening in the NBA, whether you're playing still or whether you're retired. And speaking of that, one of my favorite players, and maybe because he played with Brian for a little bit, but one of my favorite players is actually about to get a documentary release. J.R. Smith, he's about to have a 4-part series documentary release called Redefine. And of course, it's produced by none other than LeBron James and Maverick Carter of Uninterrupted. And it's just pretty much a 4-part docuseries following J.R. Smith, he's retired from the NBA, following his journey to pursue a college education and new athletic passion as a member of the men's golf team at North Carolina A&T, which I think that's super dope. I remember when news broke about him, trying to return back to college and get his education. And J.R. Smith also is actually good at golf. He's actually good at golf. A lot of NBA players, as you know, I know Michael Jordan is a huge golfer. Charles Barkley is a huge golfer. Steph Curry is a huge golfer. But J.R. Smith is one of those. Like they pretty much they're athletes. They can do all kinds of sports, and so he's gonna have a docuseries come out soon. I think it's April 4th, and I know for sure that I'm gonna be tuned into that because, like I said, J.R. Smith is just one of those players that I just I like. He may have not been a superstar, but he was definitely, one of those players that you gonna always know about. You're never gonna forget. Very streaky shooter. He can hit 7 threes one game, and then he can go 0 for 7 the next game. You know what I'm saying? But
100.
but he won 2 championships in his career. He won with Cleveland, and then he won with LA. So I'm actually excited about that documentary coming out. I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. Dev, do you have anything to say about his documentary coming out?
I think it's gonna be a dope documentary, man. Because J.R. Smith was a dope person. Period.
Yeah.
I was a fan of his, especially in his younger days with Melo in Denver. J.R. Smith was a wild boy, man. He was a high flyer. It was just like he had that raw talent that, like, God, I wish I was a J.R. Smith, the way you can jump off the wrong foot, awkward, and a streaky shooter, like you said. And then later in his career, once he got with the Knicks and the Cavaliers, is where he really solidified him to being the sixth man of the year and really believing in that role, which got him to winning 2 chips. So I'm pretty excited and proud of J.R. Smith, man, because at one point you just thought that he might have been one of them players that just fall off and forgot about. Because he was the shirt off and the Henny drinking guy when he was with the Cavaliers. And then he got into that little altercation with Tory Lanez off the court. You didn't know how that was going to go.
Right.
So for J.R. Smith to actually go back to college and get his education, and I forgot what he was majoring in, and to actually compete in something other than basketball, I think that's dope, and that shows how great he can be in other than basketball.
Yeah. I also want to say that I'm proud of JR because, it was before this documentary was even announced that it was about to be released. He's actually like doing his things as far as his studies goes. Like he's taking his education serious, and I love that. I love the fact that you have these millions of dollars. You've been in the NBA. You've been at the mountaintop. You've won championships. But to go back and get your education is hard for a lot of these professional athletes to do. And the fact that he's gone back to get his education, not only to play golf, but to get his education and actually take his education serious. And what I mean by that is, I believe at one point he had posted like a test that he took and he made an A on it and his GPA was high. And so I was like, okay, JR actually doing this thing in college. You know what I'm saying? He taking it serious. So I just kind of wanted to mention that, talk about that. I definitely will be tuned in. I'm sure everybody else will. I'm sure Liz will. Dev is going to be tuned in. And so, we're going to move on finally from the NBA. But when we got Dev on the show, like we could go all night, but we definitely got to move on. Sticking on the subject of basketball. It's March. And the biggest thing I know that happens in March Madness.
Come on, Future.
College basketball.
Yeah.
March Madness, baby. And it's been mad this year.
I've been mad.
I've been upset.
My bracket was busted the very first day. I mean, it's busted the first day every year, but this year it was crazy. Like the upsets this year were crazy.
Yo, facts. So I'm gonna ask y'all, round table, goddamn this thing. Speaking on the men and the men only right now, what was some of the biggest upset that y'all seen?
Well, for me, in the first round, I'm gonna go with Furman over Virginia. Virginia was ranked number 4. Furman was ranked number 13. Furman ended up beating them 68-67 in the first round, in the round of 64. And then another upset for me was Princeton over Arizona.
Ooh.
Like, how do you allow an Ivy League school to beat you in the very first round. Nothing against Ivy Leagues. Now these guys are talented. They're smart. They got smarts. They're they're very, very smart. They're gonna go on to be lawyers and doctors and attorneys.
They're gonna cure cancer and
future politicians and all that, huh?
Right. They're going to do a lot of things that are bigger than basketball. But to allow Princeton to beat you in that first round, that was a huge upset. And then I'll do one more, and then I'll let you guys go ahead after that. Fairleigh Dickinson over Purdue. Number 1 ranked Purdue. I forgot the big man that's on their team, on Purdue's team, but I know he's gonna be first round, or not first. Yeah, he'll be first round draft pick in the NBA. How do you allow that to happen? Purdue actually lost 63-58 in the first round. So my bracket, is safe to say, was definitely busted on the very first day of March Madness. But those were some of the key upsets for me. Dev, what about you?
Oh, most definitely that Purdue, because I had Purdue going to the chip. I thought Purdue.
You had Purdue winning?
Yes. I really thought Purdue is that sneaky number 1 team nobody believes in. And I was like, this is the number 1 team that I'm going to ride with. For them to get bumped out, that hurt. That hurt. I was like, oh, you know what? I don't even want to see this bracket no more. This bracket is trash now. Another one was, like you said, Princeton. Princeton was nowhere near supposed to have made it out that 64. And I didn't bet on that at all. And it was one more. Dang, I think it might have happened in the round of 32. Somebody all right over there?
Right.
It was my Maryland. I really thought Maryland was going to take Alabama. I really thought Maryland did not show up that night, man. They showed up the first 2 minutes of that game. And after that, them guys took the time out and left off the court, man. So, Maryland most definitely disappointed me on that. But yeah, the other 2 teams that you mentioned, man, I was hurt when Purdue didn't make it though. I was really hurt.
Yeah. It was crazy. Lise, what's some of the upsets you had?
I mean, you named them all for me. Arizona losing in the first round. I had them in my goddamn Final Four. For real. So that was a big disappointment. I mean, like you said, losing to an Ivy League school, you just don't think that. You know what I mean? Nothing, again, like you said, nothing against Ivy League schools. I think they're great. They're very necessary. But when it comes to sports, you don't think that an Ivy League school is going to be like what you would consider a predominantly sports school. You know what I mean? And that is Arizona. So my bracket was busted the first day. But that to me, that was my biggest upset, was Princeton beating Arizona.
Yeah.
And also Furman beating UVA. So
yeah, definitely. So, now that we're here, they're in the Sweet 16, right? Am I tripping?
Yeah, they definitely in the Sweet 16.
Or are they? Some teams have already made it to the Elite 8 already.
Really?
But yeah, it's actually, we're in the Elite 8. So you got Alabama versus
I feel like we're in the 16.
It's a mixture of both. Because some teams have already made it to the Alabama's already made it.
We in Sweet 16 because Alabama still got to play San Diego State.
Yeah, they ain't playing.
You're right.
Sweet 16.
You're right. So we're on the Sweet 16. So you got Alabama versus San Diego State. You got Creighton versus Princeton, which they're still in it some kind of way. Then you got FAU versus Tennessee. Then you got Kansas, Michigan State, Houston, Miami, Xavier, Texas, Arkansas, UConn, Gonzaga, UCLA. So out of these teams, now I picked Alabama to win for me. I picked them to win the championship. I don't know why I went with Alabama, but Brandon Miller, the first game having 0 points, and they still win that game. Brandon Miller is going to be a lottery pick.
Okay, but you jumping ahead. Give me your Final Four.
Okay, Final Four. Ooh. So on my bracket, it's already busted, but I had Alabama, Duke, Houston, and Gonzaga. I'm going to go Alabama, Houston. I'm gonna stick with Gonzaga, and then a sleeper team for me.
Another sleeper.
Oof, this is tough.
Talk about it, Vels.
I guess I'll go Kansas State.
Ooh, that's different.
So Alabama, Kansas State.
Yep.
Alabama, Kansas State, Gonzaga, and Houston. Final four.
Yeah, give me your final four.
I might have to agree with Bells.
Ooh.
I like that. I like that because I'm kind of low key cheering for Kansas State. It's the guy on there that people might have forgot about. What is his name? Keontae Johnson. That's his name.
Okay.
If y'all can remember, just a couple of years ago, Keontae Johnson passed out on the game floor one year, like 2020, I believe. Now, he passed out in December 2020. He collapsed on the game floor from an athlete's heart. He was in a coma for 3 days and in the hospital for 2 weeks. He also declined $5 million insurance payout, so he can also still play college basketball. He now transferred to Kansas State. And now he is the leading scorer for Kansas State, and he's leading them to the Sweet 16. So to me, I know it wasn't a lot of Cinderella teams this year, but I think that's a Cinderella story. So I'm low key riding with Kansas State, just because of what Keontae Johnson has been through.
I agree, and I didn't even know about that story, Dev, until you brought that up. So yeah, that was fun facts right there. At least you got to go ahead and tell us your final four.
Yeah, my final four is kind of basically similar to y'all's. I got Alabama there. I got the University of Houston, U of H. What's going down? H-time. Then I got Gonzaga, of course. But what y'all fail to mention is Tennessee.
It's a lot of good teams, Lee.
I mean, I'm not bashing it. I'm just saying what y'all failed to mention was Tennessee.
See, the only thing about Tennessee for me, they gonna face Kansas State if Kansas State get past Michigan State. Right. So that's why I said I'm gonna have to go. I'm still riding with Kansas,
and I'm not mad at that. But I'm just saying, don't be sleepwalking.
All right, so
give me y'all championship. Give me who's winning, who's taking home the trophy in the men's division.
Okay, and it's gonna be quick. Mine right now again, Alabama. That's who I got winning the championship. Now I'm not secure on that, but that's who I have in my that's who I have in my bracket. That's who I picked to win. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna stick with Alabama. Go ahead, Dev.
I'm gonna ride with Kansas State. I just gave y'all the cold facts of why, so I'm gonna go ahead and stick with them.
Okay.
So on my bracket, I have Gonzaga because you just can't count the Zags out. They do what they do every year. But the Texas is in me. U of H, baby. But on my bracket, I got Gonzaga, but in my heart, U of H. H-time.
So why you didn't go with them in your bracket then?
Because it just didn't end up that way. It just, when you do these brackets.
Let me find out you're a phony fan.
Nah, man. No, but you know what? But it's just who I had, honestly, for real. Who I had going against them guys. Let me see if I can get it up real quick. Who I had them taking them out with my final four. I got them playing against each other. I think Gonzaga is the more, just more experienced. Like, even though these are new, fresh guys coming in each year, it's just, Gonzaga's just that program. And U of H is on their way. I just don't think that, I don't know. I just got the Zags on this. On my bracket, I got the Zags just because I just feel like, because they've been like as a school, as a coaching staff, I really don't keep up with college basketball like that. I admit, I just think that they've been there before. They know, the ins and the outs, what it takes to get to the mountaintop. and U of H is up and coming. They've been making noise for a few years now, but as part of what's going on right now, like being one of the favorites, I think that stage is a little too big, a little too bright for those guys this year. So that's why I'm riding with the Zags on the bracket. But as a Texan, I have to go with with the home state and the home team. That's all that is, really.
And that's fine. And that's fine. Well, there you have it. Obviously, as y'all know, March Madness is gonna keep March Madnessing.
Yeah, but
yeah. Definitely can't forget about the women.
Cause the women is on a team.
The women.
Honestly, can I be
Yes.
Can I be real?
Go ahead, because I already know where you're going with this.
Look. I apologize to all the sexist men, but honestly, the women look way better as far as games go than the men. Can I be honest?
It has been good games. Well, now it's been some good men's.
No, it's been some good men's games.
The women's games have been fire.
Deb, can you agree or disagree? And I ain't gonna hold you to either one, but I'm just saying. What you think?
I can agree. I think the women's basketball is finally getting the recognition that they've been looking for and that they need.
Definitely.
And I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like the girls, I've been watching some of these games. I've been watching a lot of these like highlights. Like the girls' game is on the rise. And the thing is, these girls, I swear, I've been looking at these high school girl highlights, and some of these girls be playing like board, like you know what I'm saying, with ill crossover, step back three, like.
Kaylin Clark with the triple doubles.
I'm talking about
Angel Reese with the double, like the 20 and 20s.
Facts.
Aaliyah Moss. Like these girls have been hooping.
It's been up there. But what I'm saying is, like, I'm talking about the high school level.
I won't call them girls, but women. These women.
They women, but I'm talking about high school girls. They've been.
I think Ja Morant's sister.
What you say?
I think Ja Morant's sister is part of that new high school up and coming. New talent.
Ja Morant. Really? Yeah, no, she's up there. Like I seen a couple of her highlights. I feel like she's up there. You know what I mean? She's a little small. She might have to get
Jamal Crawford
a little bit.
Jamal Crawford has somebody underneath of him also. I can't remember her name, but I think she's like akin to Jamal Crawford, and she got handles just like Jamal Crawford. I'm talking about the snatchbacks and everything.
Yeah.
So it's females out here that's about this hoop life, boy. I'm telling you, I think they need to start getting a shine because some of these girls now are starting to play inside the same league as boys now.
Hell yeah, I've seen that. I saw like a girls team was freaking playing in a boys league and they won. They wouldn't even get them girls a trophy.
Yeah,
crazy. That's weird.
That's crazy.
Nah, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, the girls' game or the girls/women's game has developed into something that you need to pay attention to. And we always want, not just because we're women talking about sports, but it's just because we love sports. So we love every angle, direction of it. So whether you're a dude, whether you're a female, like, we're going to pay attention. We're going to watch you if you're good. Like, if you're good, you know what I mean?
Right.
Of course, I ain't going to watch somebody sorry. You know what I'm saying? So if you're good, we're going to pay attention. So it's like, I saw some highlights the other day. The girl literally rocked the cradle. Like, the girl came up, mixed it, boom, 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 and then just came to the ball. Like, literally rocked the cradle. For real. But as far as girls go, who has been some of the upsets in the girls' side of the March Madness NCAA?
Well, Ole Miss is on fire right now, and I love their coach's passion. Like, I believe she is from
Bahamas.
She's from the Bahamas. Thank you for telling me that fact, because I knew she was from somewhere, and she was just like, I'm just a girl from the Bahamas that was given a chance. Like, they beat the number one seed Stanford.
That was my upset. I had Stanford in the final.
Right. And then you had Miami upset the number one seed Indiana. It's I won't go through all of them because we're short on time right now, but it's been some crazy upset on the women's side. But I'm gonna go ahead and skip to who I have in the final,
Yep.
and that is gonna be South Carolina.
Of course.
South Carolina, and you know what? I like LSU, I really do, but I think it's gonna be South Carolina, Iowa. But it could very well be South Carolina, LSU, and then I got South Carolina winning it all. Period. Like I don't care who's in the bracket. I got South Carolina winning it all. Period. I'm rolling with Ryan Staley, South Carolina Gamecocks, Lady Gamecocks. Like, I'm going with the girls. I'm sorry. I'm going with the squads.
On game, Bills.
I love me some Dawn Staley, but I'm not riding with her this year. I'm sorry. I am riding with the princess of hooping now, because she has now put the crown on, and she's from Baltimore, and she's from the 410. So I'm going with LSU. Let's go, Angel Reese, baby. I love me some Angel Reese.
I like Angel Reese a lot too, but in all fairness, Dev actually tweeted us on our Twitter page, and when I put it out, I was like, "Hey, who do you have winning it all?" And he actually tweeted that he was like LSU, and so I'm gonna give him that one.
So he ain't false flagging.
Nah, he ain't false flagging.
I ain't false in this one. I am a true believer of Angel Reese, man. I love her game. I didn't watch her from St. Francis High School in Baltimore to College Park, even though I wish she would have stayed in College Park. But I understand that she was ready to develop and show that she was a true number one. And LSU gave her the opportunity. She took the opportunity, and she is running with it. So I most definitely, I love the development of how her game has changed into her, and I am rooting for her. So I got my blindfolders on. I am all in the Angel Reese and LSU.
Okay. Now, since you skipped your Final Four, who is LSU playing in the championship?
It's going to be South Carolina. There is no question about it. South Carolina is the team that you have to worry about. Like with that girl, what's her name? Boston.
Aaliyah Boston.
Aaliyah Boston. She is a beast. She is a monster. And she do it with so much humble and grace. Like she ain't too arrogant, but she ain't shy about it either. But I just like Angel Reese. Her Angel Reese matchup, I have to see one more time before college basketball is over with.
Definitely.
We got to. And then as for me, my upset, of course, was Stanford losing to Ole Miss. I did not see that happening. Stanford had a lot of momentum coming into the season, during the season. So when they get to the big tourney, I did not see them folding, but they folded. You know what I mean?
Like a lawn chair.
Man, shit, like some clothes, you know? And another big one was for me was USC losing to South Dakota. South Dakota?
Yeah.
I didn't even know they knew I play basketball in South Dakota. You know, it's South Dakota. No shade, no tea to South Dakota. Respect. But
man, you know, nobody can really point South Dakota on the map. Now, that's what you really want to say.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? You said it for me. You said it for me. But it's all good. Like, no, I didn't see that happening, man. USC, USC has always had a nice little program as far as, like, I mean, men go, of course. But as far as females go, yeah, USC has always kind of been, like, in the mix. So that was another, like, upset for me. And, of course, Indiana losing. I did not see them losing to Miami. You know what I mean? But it's all
a good game.
It was. It was only a 2-point difference. And then lost 70-68. But it's all good.
Yeah.
No surprises for me. I felt like, but besides the upsets, but no surprise teams. I think the girls is kind of pretty much solidified.
Yeah.
In my Final Four, who I got, of course, the team, gang, squad, South Carolina. LSU again, gangs, team, squad. Iowa, we cannot count out Kayla Clark. You know what I mean? UConn, Definitely can't count on UConn. They've always been there.
UConn can be beat.
They can be beat. I said in my Final Four.
Yeah.
You know what
I'm
I mean?
talking about before the Final
Yeah,
Four,
but
go ahead.
yeah. And as far as my champs go, I'm rolling with South Carolina.
Hey.
You just can't bet against them guys. You can't, or them girls. You can't. You really can't. But I would love, oh my God, Jesus, to see LSU get another run at South Carolina. Because, they played earlier on the Super Bowl. And I don't think they were mentally prepared to play South Carolina at that time.
Right.
I think Kim Mulkey has got them mentally prepared to play South Carolina. Because I guarantee you this, and we're gonna move on. But what I want to say is, I guarantee you this: Kim Mulkey has them ready to face South Carolina again. Like, she's not coaching them girls for the Elite 8, Sweet 16.
Yeah,
the
well,
Final
actually,
Four.
yes, she is, because you still have to win those games.
I get it.
In March Madness, in this bracket, you have to take it one game at a time. You cannot overlook your next opponent. I promise you.
No, I believe it, and I trust you because you are a coach, and I respect everything that you're saying. But Kim Mulkey is like, in her mind, like we said, in my mind, I can't sing, so I ain't gonna do it. But she knows she has to play these other teams, and she's going to tailor the game towards these other teams. But she's already thinking about South Carolina.
Oh yeah, she's thinking about.
You know what I mean? So she's already getting them girls, like, she's getting them battle ready. She's getting war ready. Whatever adjective you want to put on ready. She is doing that.
Yeah.
Because she wants to see them. At the end of the day, on April 2nd, I think that's when the girls play. She wants to see South Carolina. She wants to go back to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Hello, family. She wants to see them at the finish line. And she wants to be hoisting that trophy up.
And I don't disagree with that.
I got South Carolina winning. LSU's on the way. Got South Carolina winning. LSU's on the way. But it's gonna be a better game than what we saw
the first time on Super Bowl. Yeah.
Facts.
All right. Well, hey, there you have it. There's our March Madness predictions. We're about to get ready to close this show out. And so we have a few fun questions for Dev, and then that'll be it for episode 12.
Yes, sir.
Dev, so these are the fun questions that we have for you. I'll ask this first one. Who are your top 5? And we're kind of going back to NFL.
Okay.
Who are your top 5 linebackers, past and present?
Oof, it's gonna be a nice one. All right, my number 1 is gonna be Ray Lewis. Not trying to be biased, but Ray Lewis is my GOAT when it comes to that linebacker position. So Ray Lewis gonna kick it off. Then we're gonna go with LT, Lawrence Taylor. Like, Lawrence Taylor was a bone bruising, drug using, but he was one of the greatest linebackers. We're gonna go with also Brian Urlacher, who just got inducted to the Hall of Fame. Is most definitely a top tier of linebackers that should be put on and most definitely get respected.
Facts.
Who else? Junior Seau. I know a lot of people don't say his name a lot. Junior Seau is also one of my all-time favorite linebackers, man. He actually started at outside linebacker for me, man. He was one of the greatest rushing that edge rushers during that time. Last but not least, I'm gonna go back to our hometown. I'm gonna go T Sizzle. He also was one of the greatest outside linebackers that crossed Baltimore and in the NFL, man. Terrell Suggs used to give hell to opponents, man, and the way he was so versatile and his confidence in Ball So Hard University, man, that really stuck out in Baltimore for real. So that was my top 5 linebackers right there.
Okay, so we have come to the end of the show. And Dev, we have one more question for you. We ask all of our guests this whenever they come on. What does it mean to be locked in? Now, you know this is Locked In Sports. You're a guest on Locked In
Mm-hmm.
Sports Podcast. But what does it mean to be locked in to you? What does that mean?
It's to be focused. It's to make sure when you come into whatever situation you in, you have that focus in that game plan, and you are locked into whatever you're accomplishing. Your goal is just like how my goal was to be visual on that 100th episode. My 100th thought.
Yeah.
I was locked in. I was focused. I was determined to make sure that whatever it takes, no matter how much the manpower, the time, the editing, as like I told y'all in the beginning of the episode, I tip my head off to y'all producer, man. Like I know she be busting her tail trying to edit and make sure that y'all episodes are perfect. And me stepping into that world now is just like, wow. You know what I mean? So to be locked in, that means you got to be focused, you got to be determined, and you have to be disciplined.
Yep.
Definitely.
I mean, that's it right there.
Yeah, that was a great answer. And so here we are in the show. Dev, go ahead and shout your socials out and where you want people to follow you and see Mr. My Thoughts and My Opinion Sports Podcast at.
Yo, y'all already know, man. Y'all gotta come follow your boy, man. Make sure y'all follow my social media platforms. My IG is at MTMO_sports podcast, where it's going to give you everything that I'm trying to release. It's going to give you little clips of my episodes that I'm dropping. It's going to give you what's going on in the sports world. And occasionally, once my favorite ladies drop something, I'm giving y'all the exclusive on that. So make sure y'all follow me on that. On my Facebook and Twitter is at my THTS My Opinion. Make sure it's going to give y'all the same stuff that's my Instagram is giving y'all. As far as my podcast platforms, man, I am now on YouTube, so you can most definitely get my 100th thought on YouTube, and you can catch me on any of your podcast platforms: Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Good Pods, Newsly, probably on Prime now. I mean, anywhere. Make sure y'all go ahead and check me out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's a bit.
And then, okay, well, Dev, we just want to thank you for coming on the show and kicking it with us, vibing with us. You know, you are a fan of ours. You support us, and we appreciate you for that. We definitely do.
And we definitely a fan of your podcast as well, for sure.
Yes,
every episode we tuned in. We locked in. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
My thoughts, my opinions,
that.
locked in. You already know what it is. We ain't
You
got to say
already
it.
know. Y'all already know, y'all my favorite, man. Like I said, man, I really enjoy y'all podcast since day one. I've been a fan. I like the vibe. I like the direction y'all going in, man. Make sure y'all keep this duo together, man. I believe in y'all, and I most definitely see y'all in a different platform than what y'all on now. I see y'all in a bigger stage. You know what I mean? So just make sure y'all stay locked in on that.
Oh man,
no pun intended.
No puns.
Nah, we appreciate that. We really do, man. And we appreciate you joining us tonight, late night. We getting done. And no, for real, you know, anything you need, we got you. And hopefully it's vice versa. So
already
it's
it's
always
vice
love,
versa.
you always welcome. This ain't gonna be the last time. We're gonna definitely meet up again.
Y'all coming on my platform. Y'all coming on my show next, man. So be ready. We coming. We is coming.
Oh, you already know it's up there. It's up there. It's up and it's stuck, Cardi B.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? We there.
100.
Hey man, this has been an amazing episode. It's been fun. You know, we didn't bantered. We didn't laugh. We didn't got into all the emotions. You feel me? Vels, I think we got us another good one. Episode 12 is stamped, it's delivered, it's gone.
And as always, you know, y'all can follow us everywhere on social media. On Twitter, you can follow us at LOCD, the letter N, and sports spelled the regular way. That's on Twitter. That's Locked In Sports on Twitter. And then also you can follow us.
Man, you can follow us on Instagram. That's Locked, LOCD, the letter N, sports spelled the correct way. And the same way on Facebook. So just tune in. We got some good things popping off, some new things going. This is only the beginning. We already said 23 is up, so it's up there. Hey, we're going to get out of here sweet and smooth like this. It's the one and only Lise.
And it's your girl Vels, aka Velly Vel, if that's what you want to call me.
And together we are Loc'd N Sports. Peace.
I like sports, and that's it.